So if we look at Marvell here, we can see that it was in a stage 2 uptrend to end the year. Then we kind of hit a stage 3 top here. We declined into a stage 4 decline until about April. And we've been in consolidation since then, and we're starting to break out again. Our 52-week range is $47 to $127 and some change. Our days range is $85.36 to $94.66. Looking at the Friday price action, and we're on the bottom end of that price action right now. Our earnings per share, forward earnings per share is 280. Our forward PE is 30.6, and our dividend. This has a small dividend of 0.28% at 24 cents. Short interest is only 3.59%, and the market cap is 73 billion. We have plenty of liquidity with 30 million in volume. So let's go ahead and look at some charts here and see if this is a buy or not. The first thing we're going to look at is insider buying. Insider buying is bullish for a stock. So if we look here, we can see in September we had 4 buys, and it's from 4 different people. So that's a cluster buy. That is bullish. It's not just the CEO or one person buying the stock. It's 4 different people. We did have some buys earlier on, and this adds up all the buys. But if you take out these 3, that's about 1.3 million. Subtract 1.3 million from 3.4, and you got a little over 2 million. So you have about 2 million in insider buying on September 25th here. And I get that information from Openinsider.com. If we go over here, we can look at the buy signals, the sell signals. I have a video that shows you what all this means, but the only thing that has a buy signal right now is the price and the 21-day. So the price is above all the moving averages, but the moving averages are out of order. If we go over here, we have a beta of 1.94, so this is a volatile stock. It's volatile relative to the market. We do have an RSI of 65.38. The VIX is at 21.66 right now. If we go to the daily moving averages, we'll look at the 21-day. You can see that we've, kind of has been hugging this 21-day, but now our 21-day is trending up, and we are pulling back towards it. We're only 6.52% above the 21-day, so we could find support there at $80.37. We do have, if we look at the RSI, we are above the 50 line. If we go over here to the right, we can look at the percentage that it's been above the 21-day since it's broke out above it. And you can see here we were overbought. We have, we were at 80. That's an overbought signal. We got all the way up to 90, and it's been that high, and now we're pulling back. But we went from 1 buy signal here on 9/17 to 2 buy signals. So we still need the 63-day to go above the 189-day, and then everything will be in the right order for the price 21, 63, and 189-day. And it looks like that's going to happen. Right now you can see we were 18% at one point, 19% above the 21-day. So we can get higher here from these prices for a trade. If we look at our 63-day, we're about 13.51% above that. And if we look at our 189-day, we're 11.52% above that. We are trending down on the 189-day, but I expect that to start to turn up. If we look at the Fibonacci retracement, we're right in the golden zone for the 189-day. We don't have alpha on the market yet, but I expect that to change. This is kind of a skate to where the puck is going. If we look at the shorter term moving average, we're at the 27% level on Fibonacci retracement. And the 63-day, we are at the 22% level. If we go to the weekly moving averages, you can see our long-term weekly moving average is trending down, but I expect that to change based on the short-term moving averages starting to trend up. And you can see we have multiple weeks of buying, and we closed out this week here at 85.61. The previous week 86.22. So we did pull back some, but not much, just very, very little. And it's on a little bit lighter volume than what you see here. So that's a positive sign. We can look at the percentages away from the moving averages. So we have the 4, 10, 30, and 40 week. These are the percentages away from the moving averages we are. If we look at the monthly moving average, we crossed that on September. So that this almost looks like a kind of a double bottom here. And then we crossed the monthly moving average, and we're still holding this long-term monthly moving average at 4.83% above it. If we look at the 3-month, we're above that and it's trending up. The 6-month, same thing. You can see that it's trending up there. If we look at the 10-month, that's trending down, but we did break that trend line. So that's bullish. So we want to see that turn up. And then our 12-month is already starting to turn up. And we broke above that. We can look at we're going to look at the support and resistance. You can see we broke above resistance, but we came back in to the channel here. The top line here is 89.77. So once we break that, you'll have less sellers, because once you break out a resistance line, there's less sellers coming in because nobody's bought up here in a while. Our support's all the way down here at 63.15. Our weekly MACD, which I really like to use, is we came across and we were going up and then we fell below it, but now we're going back up, and we just crossed the zero line a couple weeks ago. So that could be the start of a long-term uptrend. We look at a 5-year chart. You can see this trade is kind of all over the place. It was up, then we went, we had this top, then we've trended down sideways here, got very extended here on the 40-week, and now we just broke that 40-week again. So I'm looking for this to continue up. If we look at the trend channel, it's a downward trend channel. But if this continues to go higher, this will start to turn the other direction and ascend. And we have support right here because we broke this top line. That's 85.02. Price is 85.61. So that's a number to pay attention to. We do have an open daily MACD, and you can see we have accumulation here based on the Chaikin money flow. And the one last thing that we'll look at here is just the overlay of the 21, 63, and 189 day. Just look at these colors. Those are the colors I have numbered here are the lines that you see below. And you can see the 21 day has broken a cross. This is a golden cross right here. This happened on 10-3 above the 63 day. And then on around 10-8, we broke above the 189 day. It also looks like the 63 day is getting ready to break above the 189 day, as I was explaining on the chart where we just look at the single line. And as that happens, all these lines will start to trend up, and this becomes a bullish momentum stage. So this is a good opportunity for a trade here, in my opinion. You have to do your own due diligence research, but I think this is a good opportunity, good low risk, high reward for a trade idea. That's all I have for you. I hope you liked that video. If you did, consider hitting the like and subscribe button, and thanks for watching.